Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. The second episode of Loki is here, and if you saw my review for the first episode, you know I absolutely loved it. I think it was the best of the three premieres of all the Marvel Disney Plus shows. So I was really excited for the second episode, and I can't wait to see where this show goes next. So before I get started talking about it, tell me down below in the comments, what did you think of the second episode of Loki, and what are some of your theories and predictions that you have? With that said, let's get into my spoiler review. So the first thing I want to talk about here is Mobius. I really like Mobius' character in this episode. In the first one, he was good as a side character, but I feel like here he got more personality, he got more depth, and I really appreciated that. Of course, he likes jet skis a lot. I think it would be a lot of fun to see him actually go on a jet ski at some point in the show, even though that would probably break the rules of time and stuff. I think it would still be a lot of fun to just watch him finally get to do what he's been wanting to do. And I also really appreciated the personality that he got. Throughout the entire episode, he's trying to defend Loki. No one in the TVA trusts him, not even his boss, but he's trying to give Loki a chance to change and grow. At one point in the episode, when they're investigating the thing at the beginning, where the evil version of Loki kidnapped one of the TVA agents, Loki's trying to manipulate the TVA agents and, of course, Mobius into meeting the timekeepers, but he still gives him a chance. He understands that, he knows that Loki's still the god of mischief, but he still wants him to change, wants him to grow. He always gives him a second chance, even though he already gave him too many second chances. And I appreciated that about him. Yeah, that's a bit naive, but to him, Loki can't really do anything that would ruin his life, because whatever Loki does, they could still go catch him. The TVA could easily catch him. So I like that little thing that they add in there with him and Loki. And also, I really like how he respects other people and how he doesn't want other people to be scared of him. For example, when they're like at Roxcart at the end and a bunch of people, they're about to die because of the tsunami, he doesn't want to be rude to the people just because they're about to die. The TVA agents are being rude to them, but he tells them to stop because he doesn't want normal humans to be scared of them. And I really appreciated that about it, and Owen Wilson is just perfect at playing that kind of character. Anyway, this episode is basically about Loki and Mobius trying to find where this bad version of Loki is, and I thought it was a lot of fun seeing them, like, their banter go back and forth. I think that's a lot of fun, and I really like the scene where Loki's trying to explain like the whole situation. If there's an apocalypse about to happen, if everything's about to be destroyed, and you create a variation, nothing really happens. I really like that scene where he's just using his salad as a metaphor, and it's just a very fun scene, and both the actors just do a great job, where Mobius is just like, Owen Wilson's character is just like, I just want to eat my salad, let me eat my salad. And Loki's just trying to explain to him what he's trying to say, but he's not able to understand until the end. And then when they go to test the theory, they go to Pompeii and they mess some stuff up, and it does not create a variation, it does not create an alternate timeline. So they understand that this is what this other Loki variant is doing. So they put the evidence from the last episode and this episode together, and they find out that this variant of Loki could be hiding at Roxcart in 2050, 2051, I'm not sure which year, but it's something like that. And when they're here, this other bad Loki does a lot of cool stuff. This bad Loki has the ability to take over other people's bodies, kind of like possession, for the lack of a better word. I think it already shows them as like a stronger version of Loki, because we never seen Loki do something like that. Not our main version in the main timeline, and not this variant that's working for the TVA. So I think that in and of itself sets them up as a bigger threat. And once it's revealed by the end of it, where we learn that it's actually Lady Loki, it's a pretty cool reveal. I would have liked it better if it was actually just Tom Hiddleston. It would be cool to just have two Tom Hiddlestons. I think that would just be a lot of fun. Kind of like in Lucifer, where you have Lucifer and Michael. Here having two Lokis, I feel like that would have been even cooler, but I'm honestly okay with Lady Loki. I'm excited to see where this Lady Loki character goes. So far, we've barely seen her, so I feel like in the later episodes, hopefully she's a more developed villain, because so far, I'm really intrigued by her plan. She seems to be really smart because she just used the time reset charges, the things that set the timeline back to normal whenever there's a variation. She just threw them everywhere around the timeline. So technically she just bombed the timeline and now it's getting destroyed. There's a bunch of alternate realities, even though before there were no alternate realities. Now because of the time charges, there's more alternate realities. So I think that plan is just super smart. Sounds like something Loki would do, and I'm really digging what where this character is going. Hopefully, you get to see more. I'm not 100% bought into the fact that it is Lady Loki. I do think that like the theories about her being Enchantress could be real, but right now we know that she's Lady Loki, and that's what I'm gonna call her. So after that, she escapes through one of the time portals, and then Loki follows her. Now, there could be two ways you could take that. Either Loki, like the TVA Loki variant, is gonna work with Lady Loki, or maybe he's trying to help the TVA by capturing her. I think he's trying to help the TVA by capturing her. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what I think is gonna happen. Hopefully, Mobius doesn't get a lot of flack for Loki betraying him. And after that, the episode ends. So overall, like for my closing thoughts, I love this episode. I thought it was even better than the first. I do think having two Tom Hiddleston Lokis would have been even cooler. But other than that, really, I really enjoyed everything about this episode. I love the investigation aspect. I really loved Mobius's character, and I really liked like the humor and the fun banter between both Loki and Mobius. So as far as my theories go, a lot of them are ones that are out there right now. Of course, Lady Loki being Enchantress, that could definitely be true. A lot of people are saying the Timekeepers could be fake. I think that's a possible theory. A lot of people are saying one of the Timekeepers looks like King the Conqueror. That could be true because when I looked back on some of the animation stuff from the first episode, and yes, it does look a lot like King the Conqueror. I could see that being true. But this one theory that I have myself is kind of based off of the trailers. In the trailers, we see a lot of shots of like the Avengers Tower in New York City being destroyed. And I think that's like one of the time reset charges went to New York and it blew, and then it just removed everything in New York, and that's what it looks like that apocalyptic New York. And then there's Warmere, where there's a shot of like, it looks like Loki sitting with Black Widow, the apocalyptic Warmere. That's like my theory. I think the reset charges made a bunch of different alternate realities, and this could lead into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I'm really excited for the next few episodes of Loki. This episode really left on a huge cliffhanger, so I'm really excited for the next episodes. Hopefully it delivers. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this episode. Be sure to tell me down below in the comments what you thought. If you enjoyed my review, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see you next time. Bye.